John is standing by to talk to a Lafayette athlete and scholar. Here's John.
Thank you, Gary. You know, we've heard Mike Joseph say this any number of times. It never gets old speaking with outstanding Lafayette students. I'm here this afternoon with Laura Rowan, who is a policy studies and economics major at Lafayette. She is a senior. She is an academic all-star, both in the Patriot League and here on campus. She's done an internship at Price Waterhouse this summer. So, Laura, I think it'd be very difficult to ask you for one highlight. Tell us what you think that might be.
Definitely terms of athletics, making it to the Patriot League tournament my freshman year was definitely a highlight these past 4 years. And we're trying to make it to the Patriot League tournament, obviously, again this year. Academically, I've had amazing opportunities at Lafayette. I got 2 great externships with Lafayette alumni. Actually got connected to my internship at PwC through an alum. And I did an interim abroad in Greece. So many opportunities, yeah.
Amazing stuff. And you and I were talking just a moment ago about some of our common experiences. My own daughter graduated in 2010. And when I saw policy studies major, the name that came to my mind was Professor Mark Crane.
Yes.
And he's he's a faculty all-star as far as I'm concerned. Tell us about some of the courses you've taken with him and possibly his influence on you personally.
Yeah, so he's chairman of the Policy Studies Department, so he's my advisor. Great professor. Him and his wife are excellent. And I'm currently in a class with him right now, which is my seminar. And we're working on a broadcast with PBS for Autism Speak. So it's a great opportunity.
Yeah, and I asked you a moment ago about our election night broadcast, which I think you'll probably miss that cycle, but the election night broadcast was outstanding. It's a national program that maybe 200 kids get involved with. Tell us about Autism Speaks and how Mark is kind of blending maybe journalism and media studies. It really kind of crosses the curricular boundaries.
Yeah, definitely co-curricular. I'm currently working on a package of autism and education combined. So you have to work with film, have to interview people, kind of, a mixture of everything. And I'm a policy studies and econ major, but writing isn't my forte, but I have to incorporate that into this. So.
Well, you have to understand that not only did I not go to Lafayette, I could never get into Lafayette. So when I'm thinking policy studies, my knee-jerk reaction was that some sort of social studies and social policy, but it really has more to do with economic policy. Tell us a little bit about policy studies and why you chose that major.
Yeah, well, I really liked econ. Took Econ 101 my freshman year and really loved it. And my Econ 101 professor is actually Nicole Crane, so Professor Crane's wife. And it's just kind of a mixture of both. Like I said, econ's involved in it, but then you can bring in writing, you can bring in history, you can bring in politics, and I enjoy politics, so definitely a lot of everything.
Well, as an athletic guy, sometimes I get enamored with the academic side of it, and I tend to want to talk about that stuff. But there is an athletic side to it, and you're have an outstanding career for the women's lacrosse program. You play a game tonight. Yeah. Tell us a little bit about the Oaks Leadership Conference, and that's something that you've participated in outside of your studies and outside of your lacrosse efforts.
Yeah, so Oaks Leadership is a great program. You really learn leadership skills outside of the field, like lacrosse field. I've incorporated them into the classroom, into my internship, and it's also great to get into a room once a month with other student athletes where you can help solve problems, gain a new perspective. So it's a great program.
Getting an internship at Price Waterhouse is no easy task. I'm always fascinated by the tentacles, the Lafayette tentacles, the network that reaches out everywhere. How did it come about? Tell us about the background with Price Waterhouse.
Yeah, so I actually got connected to a Lafayette alum who was working with recruiting, and she, was excellent, made me get an interview right into their super day, and it kind of paved the way from there, and I interned there this summer and loved it.
Well, Laura, we got to get moving on here, but you have a game tonight. Good luck. I wish we could have talked more about that. Good luck. We'll be watching you tonight, and it's always a pleasure to have you folks on the Lafayette Sportnet. Gary, another great example of what Lafayette's all about. Back to you.